Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we talk about the little coins in your pocket that could change your life. If you're someone who's ever picked up a penny and thought, it's just 1 cent, well, buckle up, because today we're diving into one of the most shocking penny finds of recent years, the 2006 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny that's worth a whopping $1.1 million. Yep, you heard that right. Imagine finding one in your couch cushions or that old jar of change you've been ignoring. Today, we're breaking down why this penny is so valuable, how to spot one, and the best way to cash in if you're lucky enough to find one. Before we dive in, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe because we're always uncovering hidden gems that could be sitting right under your nose. Alright, let's talk about this penny. Most 2006 pennies are worth, well, a penny. But what makes this one so special? It all comes down to errors, rarity, and collectors willing to drop serious cash on unique finds. Normally, pennies from 2006 would have a small mint mark, either a D4 Denver or P4 Philadelphia. But for some reason, a small batch left the US Mint without a mint mark, making them extremely rare. Next, we have the strike error factor. Some of these rare pennies also show doubling effects on Lincoln's face or lettering. If yours has this, cha-ching. Finally, collector demand. Coin collectors are always hunting for unique, hard to find errors, and this penny checks all the boxes. One sold for $1.1 million in a high-grade condition at auction. Alright, time to grab that jar of pennies. Here's how you check if you have a jackpot penny. First, look for NO mint mark below the date on the front of the penny. Check for any doubling effects or odd features in the lettering. If it looks promising, consider getting it professionally graded, because condition matters. A well-preserved one is worth way more than a beat-up one. Now, let me tell you a quick personal story about finding valuable coins. So, a few years ago, I was digging through an old jar of change at my grandma's house. She thought I was nuts, but guess what? I found an old wheat penny from the 1940s. Okay, it wasn't worth millions, but it was worth a couple $100, which was still an insane find. Ever since then, I've been hooked on checking my spare change. Moral of the story? Always check your coins, folks. You never know what's hiding in plain sight. So, let's say you strike gold and find one of these rare 2006 no-mint mark pennies. What now? Don't clean it. Cleaning a rare coin can actually decrease its value. Just keep it in a safe spot, take high-quality photos and compare it to verified ones online. Contact a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to get an official value. Auction it. Big-name auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers can help you get top dollar. My fellow treasure hunters, that's all for today. The next time you get a penny as change, take a second look, because one of these bad boys could be your ticket to $1 million payday. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the next big coin discovery. Have you ever found a rare coin in your collection? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep checking that pocket change. You might just be sitting on a fortune. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Have you ever found a penny lying on the ground and thought, it's just a penny? Well, what if I told you that a simple 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny could be worth a staggering $1.2 million? Yeah, you heard me right. That little copper-coated coin sitting in your jar of spare change could be the jackpot you never knew you had. Stick around because today, we're diving into the story behind this valuable penny, what makes it so special, and how you can identify one before accidentally spending it on a pack of gum. Now, before you go dumping out every coin jar in your house, let's break down what makes this 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so valuable. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2002 Lincoln penny, like most modern pennies, was struck in copper-plated zinc. Normally, pennies made in Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of these pennies were struck with an unusual error or rare characteristic that sends collectors into a frenzy. These errors could include double dies, off-center strikes, or an ultra-rare composition mistake that makes them one of a kind. A few months ago, my buddy, who is not a coin collector, called me up, sounding more excited than a kid on Christmas morning. He told me he was cleaning out his car and found a 2002 penny that looked kinda weird. At first, I figured he was just seeing things. But then he sent me a picture. It had a clear double die on the obverse, and I nearly dropped my phone. Long story short, he sent it to a grading service, and boom, it turned out to be worth a small fortune. The man went from owing me lunch to buying me lunch for a year, So, how can you tell if your 2002 no mint mark Lincoln penny is the golden ticket? Here's what to look for. This is when the design on the front of the penny appears slightly duplicated. Look closely at Liberty and the date. If it looks blurry or doubled, congratulations, you might be holding a treasure. If Lincoln's face is hanging off the side of the coin like he's trying to escape, that's a good sign. Collectors love these. Some of these pennies were accidentally struck on different metal compositions, making them extremely rare. If your penny looks unusually thick or a different shade, get it checked out. If your penny looks fresh out of the bank and still has its original shine, it could be worth significantly more, worth 1 cent. A rare, error-struck 2002 no mint mark penny? Could be worth $1.2 million or more depending on condition and demand. So, before you toss that penny aside, give it a good look. You never know, you could be staring at your retirement fund. Alright, my friends, now you know the secrets behind the 2002 no mint mark Lincoln penny and why you should always check your change. Who knew a simple penny could be worth more than a mansion? If you found this video helpful or entertaining, do me a favor, smash that like button, drop a comment if you've ever found a valuable coin, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin tips, tricks, and crazy discoveries. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, just 1 cent, could be worth a whopping $1.3 million? Sounds like a dream, right? Well, dream no more, because today, we're diving deep into the 1985 Lincoln penny, a little copper beauty that might just change your life. If you've ever tossed a penny aside thinking it's worthless, this video is going to make you rethink everything. So stick around, grab your coin jar, and let's see if you're sitting on a fortune. The 1985 Lincoln penny is not your average pocket change. What makes it so special? It's all about errors, rarity, and condition. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me tell you a quick story. Got a few years ago, I was at a flea market looking for old coins when I saw a guy selling a handful of wheat pennies for just a few bucks. We got to talking, and he told me about a friend who once found a rare 1985 penny in his grandfather's old cigar box. The guy had no clue what he had until he got it appraised. Long story short, that one tiny coin paid off his student loans and then some. Ever since that day, I've been obsessed with checking my change, and trust me, you should be too. First, condition matters. Coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch serious money. We're talking thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you find one with a rare error, say, a double die obverse or a misaligned die, you might just have $1 million coin in your hands. One of the most valuable errors on the 1985 penny is the doubled die, where the lettering and image appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. Another rare find is the off-center strike, where the design is not properly centered on the coin. If you spot any of these errors, get that penny checked out by a professional grader ASAP. The record price for a 1985 Lincoln penny? A jaw-dropping $1.3 million. That's enough to buy a mansion, a fleet of cars, or, let's be honest, a lifetime supply of tacos. Go through old coin collections, and hit up estate sales, yard sales, and flea markets. You never know where these rare pennies are hiding. And if you do find one, make sure to get it authenticated by a reputable grading service before you start dreaming of yachts and private islands. The 1985 Lincoln penny, a tiny coin with a massive payday potential. Who knew a single cent could be worth a fortune? Now, before you run off to dig through your couch cushions, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because I've got plenty more coin hunting secrets coming your way. If you've ever found a valuable coin, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and curious collectors. Have you ever rummaged through your spare change and thought, what if one of these pennies is actually worth a fortune? Well, you might just be sitting on a small copper jackpot. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most sought-after coins in recent history, the 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny. And guess what? This tiny piece of history could be worth a staggering $1.4 million. Yep, you heard me right. A single penny, worth more than a mansion, a fleet of luxury cars, or enough tacos to last you a lifetime. Stick around, because we're about to break down why this penny is so valuable, how you can spot one, and what makes it the holy grail of coin collecting. The 1976 Lincoln penny is already an interesting piece because it was minted during America's bicentennial. While the quarters, half dollars, and dollars from that year had a special bicentennial design, the Lincoln penny stayed true to its classic look. But here's where things get exciting: most pennies from that year were struck at the Denver or Philadelphia Mint, with corresponding mint marks. However, a rare batch of pennies somehow slipped through without a mint mark, and that's what makes them insanely valuable today. So, why is the 1976 no mint mark penny worth so much? Well, for one, it's extremely rare. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. Imagine playing the lottery, but instead of picking numbers, you're checking your pocket change. That's the level of luck we're talking about, but rarity alone isn't enough to make a penny worth $1.4 million. The real kicker is the condition of the coin. If you happen to find one in pristine condition, meaning no scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear, you could be looking at a massive payday. Coins that are graded as MS-67 or higher are the real moneymakers. Think of it like finding an old baseball card in mint condition. Suddenly, it's not just a piece of cardboard, it's a gold mine. A while back, a buddy of mine who's been collecting coins for years gave me a call. He was practically hyperventilating. I thought he won the lottery, but nope, he had just found a 1976 no mint mark penny in his grandfather's old coin jar. We laughed about it, but then he sent it to get graded, and boom! It came back as an MS-66. The auction house estimated its value at over $1 million. Can you believe that? A penny that was just lying around in a dusty old jar. So yeah, if you haven't checked your loose change lately, now might be a good time. If you're wondering how to spot one of these legendary pennies, here's what to look for. First, check the date. Make sure it's 1976. Next, flip it over and look under the date. If there's no tiny D or S mint mark, you might just have a winner. And if you think you found one, don't go spending it on a vending machine snack just yet, get it appraised by a professional. If you want to get serious about finding rare pennies, try searching through old coin rolls from banks. It's like treasure hunting, but instead of a map, you just need patience and a keen eye. Trust me, it's worth it. Point 1. Always check your pocket change, you never know what kind of fortune you might be carrying around. 2. The 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny is an absolute legend in the coin world, with a market value of $1.4 million. And 3. Sometimes, history and luck collide in the most unexpected ways, like in the form of a tiny copper coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting and want more tips on finding hidden treasures in your change, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll be sharing more rare coin finds, strategies for coin hunting, and even how to sell your valuable coins for top dollar. And hey, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin? I'd love to hear your stories. Hey, coin hunters! Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a penny, and realizing it's worth more than a luxury car, heck, more than a mansion. Sounds crazy, right? Well, buckle up because today, we're diving into one of the most valuable pennies out there, the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny, worth a jaw-dropping $1.50 million. Yes, really. And before you go dumping out that jar of change onto your kitchen table, which, let's be honest, you were already considering, let me break it all down for you: why this penny is so valuable, what makes it rare, and how you might just have one sitting around. So, let's start with the basics. The 1988 Lincoln penny was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But here's where things get interesting: some pennies from the Philadelphia Mint don't have a mint mark and are considered extremely rare due to a very specific die variety. Now, I know you're thinking, okay, but why is this little copper coin worth a fortune? It's all about a tiny detail: the transition error between the 1988 and 1989 pennies. In 1988, the US Mint changed the design of the FG initials on the reverse, that's Frank Gasparo's initials near the Lincoln Memorial. Some 1988 pennies were mistakenly struck using a 1989 reverse die, making them a rare breed in the coin world. Collectors and numismatists, fancy word for coin nerds like us, go absolutely wild for these mix-up coins. The rarer the mistake, the higher the value. A perfect condition MS-68 example recently sold for a whopping $1.5 million at an auction. Now, let me tell you a quick personal story. A few years ago, I found an old jar of pennies in my grandma's attic. Naturally, I got excited, thinking I might find one of these rare gems. I sat there for hours, squinting at tiny details under a magnifying glass, only to realize they were just regular pennies. Cue the tiny violin. But hey, at least I got a great story out of it, and it taught me just how thrilling coin hunting can be. Alright, so you're probably itching to check your pennies now. Here's what you need to do: find a 1988 penny with no mint mark, Philadelphia Mint. That if they match the style from 1989 rather than 1988, congratulations, you might be holding a fortune. Get it graded. If you suspect you have a rare one, take it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even if yours isn't the jackpot coin, don't be discouraged. Some 1988 no mint mark pennies in near perfect condition still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want a penny that's worth a couple of extra zeros? The 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny is living proof that sometimes the smallest things can hold the biggest surprises. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, always check your pocket change. Who knows? You might be sitting on a hidden fortune. If you loved this video and want more tips on valuable coins, hidden treasures, and collecting strategies, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin before. Now, go check those pennies, you just might be a millionaire in the making. Hey there, fellow treasure hunters. Imagine checking your piggy bank, pocket change, or even that old jar of pennies collecting dust on a shelf only to find a single penny worth a whopping $1.6 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, buckle up because today, we're talking about the 1960 mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, one of the rarest and most valuable coins out there. You don't want to miss this one, because this little copper beauty could change your life. Now, before we dive in, let me tell you a quick story. A while back, I was helping my grandpa clean out his attic, and he handed me a dusty coffee can full of old coins. He said, "You never know, maybe there's a treasure in there." I laughed it off until I started researching coin values. That's when I realized that some pennies, like the 1960 Lincoln penny, could be worth a fortune. And guess what? I've been hooked on coin collecting ever since. Alright, let's break it all down. What makes this penny worth so much? How can you spot one, and what should you do if you find one? Let's get into it. This coin was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark right below the year. Now, normally, a 1960 penny isn't anything too special. It's made of 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc, and weighs about 3.11 grams. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of these pennies were minted with a rare error, and error coins are where the big money is in the coin collecting world. The most sought-after variation is the 1960 small date penny. See, in 1960, the US Mint produced two versions, a large date and a small date. The small date variety has a more compact and tighter date, making it much rarer than the large date version. If you can find a 1960 small date penny in pristine condition, especially one graded MS67 or higher, congratulations. You've hit the jackpot. While a standard 1960 penny might only fetch a few cents to a couple of bucks, the rare small date versions in high grades have sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. One in near perfect condition recently sold for $1.6 million. Imagine that one single penny paying off your mortgage, buying your dream car, or even setting you up for life. But how do you tell if you have one of these rare coins? Grab a magnifying glass and check the date. If the 1 and 9 are shorter and more level with the 6 and 0, you've got a small date. If they appear taller, it's the more common large date variety. Also, look for any doubling, as some 1960 pennies have a doubled die error, which can also make them super valuable. And now, if you think you found one, don't go spending it on a cup of coffee just yet. You'll want to get it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can significantly increase your coin's value and help you attract serious buyers at auctions or through collectors' networks. That old coffee can, that piggy bank, or even that handful of loose change in your car's cup holder could be hiding a small fortune. The 1960 mint mark Lincoln penny proves that sometimes, the smallest things hold the biggest surprises. If you're new to coin collecting, now is the perfect time to start. Keep an eye on your pocket change, do your research, and who knows, you might just find $1 million penny sitting right under your nose. And if you do, remember me when you're rolling up to the bank in your brand new sports car. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip. Also, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare or valuable coin? I'd love to hear your stories. Hey, coin lovers! Imagine finding a penny, just a regular OL penny, in your pocket change, and it turns out to be worth a staggering $1.7 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're talking about the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, a tiny copper coin with a jaw-dropping value. If you've ever tossed a penny to the side thinking it was worthless, you might want to reconsider. So, before you let another potential fortune slip through your fingers, stick around, because I'm about to break down everything you need to know about this rare and valuable penny. What makes the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so valuable? Well, for starters, this coin has a famous error, and in the world of coin collecting, errors are like the golden tickets of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. This particular penny has what's called a doubled die error. That means the design was struck twice, slightly offset, causing a noticeable doubling in the lettering on the front, especially in the words Liberty and In God We Trust. Now, this is where things get fun. If you're squinting at every penny you own right now, don't worry, you're not alone. I did the exact same thing when I first heard about this coin. In fact, I once spent an entire afternoon digging through my couch cushions, convinced I was sitting on a small fortune. Spoiler alert, all I found were a few stale Cheetos and an old movie ticket from 2012. But hey, at least I tried. Well, back in 1995, the US Mint was still using traditional hubbing methods, where coins were struck multiple times to ensure a strong design. Occasionally, a die would shift slightly between strikes, causing a doubled image. These errors made their way into circulation before anyone at the Mint realized the mistake. Fast forward to today, and collectors are on the hunt for these rare gems. Most 1995 pennies won't have this doubling error, which means you need to know exactly what to look for. Grab a magnifying glass and inspect the lettering closely. If you spot the doubling, congratulations! You might just be holding a valuable piece of history. And now, let's talk money. Why is this penny worth $1.7 million? Well, rarity plays a huge role. The fewer error coins in existence, the more collectors are willing to pay for them. And with Lincoln pennies being one of the most collected coins in the world, the demand for unique variations is sky-high. To put things in perspective, a regular 1995 no-mint Mark penny is worth, well, 1 cent. But a doubled die version in pristine condition? That's where the big bucks come in. In 2019, one of these coins sold at auction for an astonishing $1.7 million because it was in nearly perfect condition. So, if you find one, don't go spending it on a pack of gum just yet, okay? But what are the odds of actually finding one of these? Well, it's not impossible. People have found rare pennies in the most unexpected places: parking lots, convenience stores, even stuck to the bottom of their shoe. Just last year, a collector found one in a roll of pennies from the bank and flipped it for thousands of dollars. If you're serious about hunting for valuable coins, start checking coin rolls from the bank. It's a fun and inexpensive way to search for hidden treasures. Who knows? Your next big payday could be sitting in a roll of pennies that cost you just 50 cents. First, never underestimate the power of a simple penny. Second, always keep an eye out for that 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny with the famous double die error. And third, searching for rare coins can be just as exciting as finding buried treasure, minus the need for a pirate ship and a map. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins, rare finds, and collecting strategies, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to drop a like and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. And hey, if you do find one of these $1.7 million pennies, remember who sent you on the hunt. Hey, coin lovers and treasure hunters! Have you ever looked at your spare change and thought, what if one of these pennies could make me rich? Well, today, I've got a story for you that will make you check every penny in your pocket. We're talking about the 1989 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin so valuable that it's worth a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny that could buy you a mansion, a luxury car, and still leave you enough for a world tour. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to turn your pocket change into life-changing money. Now, before we dive in, let me share a quick story. When I was a kid, my grandpa used to collect coins, and he always told me, one day, a penny could change your life. I thought he was just being his usual mysterious self, but turns out, old Gramps was onto something. Fast forward to today, and here I am, helping you find that golden penny, well, technically copper, but you get my point. Well, this little copper beauty wasn't just any regular penny. Normally, coins have a mint mark that tells us where they were made, like a D4 Denver or an S4 San Francisco. But in 1989, a rare error occurred, and some pennies were produced without a mint mark. That alone makes it unique, but the real jackpot comes from a combination of factors: rarity, demand, and, of course, condition. Speaking of condition, if you find one of these in your piggy bank, don't go spending it on a pack of gum just yet. The most valuable 1989 no-mint mark pennies are in pristine condition, meaning no scratches, no discoloration, and definitely no signs that it was once used to unscrew a battery cover. You know you've done it. If you have one in near-perfect condition, congratulations. You might just be holding a fortune in your hands, but wait, how do you know if your penny is the penny? Here's what you need to do. Grab a magnifying glass, yes, time to feel like a detective, and examine the coin closely. Look for strong, well-defined details, sharp lettering, and a smooth, even finish. If it looks fresh out of the mint, you might just be onto something big. And if you're unsure, take it to a professional coin grader. Trust me, you don't want to sell $1 million coin for a couple of bucks because you weren't sure. And now, let's talk about how these coins end up being so valuable. The reason? Collector demand. Coin collectors are like treasure hunters, always looking for the rarest, most unique pieces to add to their collections. And since only a handful of these pennies exist in mint condition, they're willing to pay big money to get their hands on one. Fake coins are out there. Yep, some sneaky folks try to remove mint marks from regular pennies to fool buyers. So, if you're buying a high-value coin, make sure you're getting it from a reputable dealer. If a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. Alright, let's recap. The 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be worth up to $1.8 million if it's in top condition. You need to check your pennies carefully, make sure they're authentic, and if you think you've hit the jackpot, get it professionally graded before making any moves. It's not just about the money, it's about the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of discovery, and, hey, who doesn't love a good surprise? Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications because I've got more mind-blowing coin facts coming your way. Who knows? The next video might just help you find another hidden fortune in your pocket change.